Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will be in your bed tonight. A dam failure or dam burst is a catastrophic type of failure characterized by the sudden, rapid, and uncontrolled release of impounded water. Hundreds of dam failures have occurred worldwide in the past 100 or so years. Not only have these failures caused immense property and environmental damage, but they have also taken thousands of lives. The most common type of dam failure is overtopping, which accounts for 34% of all failures and happens when water spills over the top of the dam instead of going through the spillway design. So now with all that background information out of the way, let's jump into the video and check out 10 of the worst ever dam failures in history. Number 10. Double collapse. In the state of Michigan on Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, both the Edenville and Sanford dams breached. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer declared a state of emergency and urged residents to evacuate the affected areas immediately. It is estimated that around 3,500 homes and 10,000 people were affected by this. Fortunately, there were no deaths or injuries resulting from this incident. The timing of the dam breach was also unlucky as it took place during a time where people were already scared because of the outbreak that happened. Number 9. Three Gorges Dam. China's Three Gorges Dam project completed in 2012 and was designed not only to generate hydroelectric power, but also to tame the fierce Yangtze River, which has been the cause of many devastating floods throughout China's history. After 2 months of record rain and heavy floods across central and southwest China, Three Gorges Dam is approaching at max capacity, and officials say if it spills over, it could collapse.
Water is allowed to accumulate to 175 meters for maximum efficiency.
The mega dam was considered risky from the start, and the millions relocated when it was built are now in danger of floodwaters. If the Three Gorges Dam collapses, the disaster could kill an estimated 171,000 people and leave 11 million people without homes. Number 8. Entouago Dam. Combined with heavy rains that have swelled the Kaka River, the blockage caused water to build up behind the Entouago Dam structure and left officials at the company and throughout the country fearing the scope of the damage to come if the situation continued to deteriorate. Now let's take a look at the true aftermath of a dam failure and the damages it leaves behind. The construction worker in this video was nearly hit by a huge burst of water from a flooded dam. You could see the tear on his face as he runs to safety in an attempt to save his life. Tens of thousands of people were ordered to evacuate the area as more flooding was expected for the next few days. The flooding completely demolished anything in its way, such as but not limited to houses, schools, stores, and hospitals. Number 7. Mariana Dam. The Mariana Dam disaster occurred on November 5th, 2015 when the tailings dam at the Mariana mining complex suffered a catastrophic failure resulting in flooding that devastated the downstream villages and killed 19 total people. The extent of the damage caused by the tailings dam collapse is the largest ever recorded and is considered to be the worst environmental disaster in Brazilian history. The failure of the dam released 43.7 million cubic meters of mine tailings into the Dasi River, causing a toxic brown mud flow to pollute the river and breaches near the mouth when it reached the Atlantic Ocean 17 days later. The disaster created a humanitarian crisis as hundreds were displaced, and cities along the Dasi River suffered water shortages when their water supplies were polluted. Number 6. Lake Dunlap. The trouble at Lake Dunlap, an 8-mile-long waterway east of New Braunfels, occurred at 7:49 a.m. on a Tuesday when a middle spill gate failed, unleashing a large volume of water that virtually drained the entire lake. What caused the failure is still under investigation, but the River Authority released a statement Thursday evening saying it believes that aging structure steel played a role. After the Lake Dunlap incident, the River Authority consulted engineers on how to best repair or replace spill gates in the hydroelectric system. It ultimately decided to replace all aging spill gates with a more modern gate system, which will hopefully prevent stuff like this from happening in the future. Number 5. Laos Dam. The collapse of Laos Dam that triggered massive flooding and devastation was due to a substandard construction, the county's Minister of Energy and Mines said Thursday. According to the state-run news agency, Minister Kamari Entouago told reporters at a news conference after southern Laos was overflowed with heavy rainfall which caused waters to rapidly rise. Roads were destroyed, houses eradicated, and lives lost as the enormous wave of water swept over the Laotian province of Attapeo. The death toll stands at 26, with at least 131 others still unaccounted for. Of these survivors, another 6,000 lost their homes, with aerial images during the week showing residents stranded on roofs with their possessions in hand. International Rivers, a US-based non-governmental organization that has campaigned on behalf of residents who have opposed the dam's construction, laid the blame with the Laos authorities for not providing more oversight of the construction process. Number 4. Myanmar Dam. As many as 85 villages were flooded in Myanmar after a dam failed, unleashing waters that blocked a major highway and forced more than 63,000 people from their homes. Firefighters, troops, and officials launched a desperate rescue effort after the spillway of an irrigation dam burst at Swa Creek in central Myanmar, sending a torrent of water through villages and nearby towns of Swar and Yadashi. The ruptured spillway had flooded 85 villages, affecting more than 63,000 people and submerging a section of the highway. Traffic between Myanmar's major cities Yangon and Mandalay and the capital Naypyidaw was disrupted after the flooding damaged a bridge on the highway linking the cities. Days before the breach, authorities had given the all-clear to the dam, which can hold 216,350 acre-feet of water despite residents' concerns about overspill. Number 3. Entouago Dam. 19 people were killed after heavy rainfall led to a breach in the Entouago Dam in India at around 9:30 p.m. on July 2nd. 7 downstream villages were flooded and at least 12 houses and 20 vehicles near the dam were completely washed away. According to a report, the 19-year-old dam had shown signs of leakage. District authorities were told, locals said, but no repairs were carried out. The National Disaster Response Force and the fire brigade teams were deployed for rescue operations. The villagers were moved and then search operations began for missing people. Number 2. Patel Dam failure. The dam burst in the evening of May 9th, 2018, just as many families were beginning their evening meals. Residents reported hearing a loud bang immediately followed by a rushing of seawater. 18 million gallons of water were unleashed, creating a wall of water about 5 feet high and 1,600 feet wide. The resulting flood carved a chasm through a hill, washed away power poles, destroyed buildings, which included a school, and submerged villages within a radius of nearly 1.2 miles. An organized rescue operation was carried out the days immediately following the dam failure. The rescue team was a joint effort involving the Kenya Defense Forces, Kenya Red Cross Society, the National Youth Service, and various other local and regional police forces. During the first day of the disaster response, 40 people were rescued and taken to hospitals operated by the Kenya Red Cross and other local relief organizations. On May 14th, the official government response team announced that the 38 individuals who had been reported missing as of May 10th were now accounted for, either found alive or identified among the 48 bodies recovered at that point. Nonetheless, many residents responded that they still had additional friends and family that were, unaccounted for. Number 1. Maple Lake. Briggs Dam, classified as having a significant hazard potential, breached as a powerful current tore through the cement structure. Crews were called in to open an additional spillway. The pedestrian bridge crossing the dam was closed. Neither people nor properties were believed to be at risk, officials said. According to Storm Team 8, the city had apparently received 8.55 inches of rain in the past 3 days. It is unclear how long it'll take to rebuild the dam. Officials say crews will evaluate the structure and make recommendations to ensure stability. Michigan has a long legacy of damming up rivers to make lakes. What we don't have is adequate protections and a place to keep things like this from happening, Fisher Casey Son said. I wish the DEQ would kinda step up and come up with rules and regulations and guidelines that would keep this from happening in the future.